I was never interested in that stuff. I would just always pick up the candies, you know?
So you shoplifted?
No, obviously, my mom paid for it.
Yeah? Sure. But I'm pretty sure they won't do anything because you're white.
Okay.
Hola guys, welcome to another episode of
Uncensored.
Uncensored.
You're white.
Welcome to Magic Factory Uncensored. Another episode. Today we have Puffy, myself, Manu, and Isikeli.
Yo.
Say hi guys.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. So today is gonna be talking about the generational gap, because apparently we have a variety of people at different ages. Me being a senior member of the team,
Centurion.
then you have, some junior members, and then you have the intermediate, the FEY, the FJC, and then the FSFE. So today, let's talk about childhood, Childhood. Like I'm sure what I grew up with is different from what you guys grew up with.
For sure.
Yeah.
That was probably a
Definitely.
long time
Sure.
ago. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Your childhood was like a
Sure.
long time ago, right?
What?
Your childhood was like a long
Oh,
time
yeah,
ago,
back
right?
when when they sang the Titanic, I was the one who spread the paper. Extra. Yeah. What did you guys grow up with?
In terms of what? Like, you mean pop culture wise, or
Let's start with snacks.
snacks?
By the way, we're starting this episode because let's read that comment.
Yes.
Somebody commented on our TikTok page.
Yes, someone commented on our
Very
TikTok,
good. We
have
and I
fans now.
quote the comments. Can you have a segment on the best childhood snacks, movies, video games, and songs your parents would play? Looking forward to more podcasts. Thank you very much for that comment, by the way.
Username 580674226769725. This is not a bot.
Love the
It's an
username.
actual account.
Actual account.
not
Thank you
fake
for
account,
the
guys.
comment. We actually,
Still a fan.
Yeah, we taking your comment into account, and we're trying to use that into our narrative as to the age gap.
Well, for me,
Apart from
the snack back in primary school was chodi.
What?
Was chodi.
John, eh?
Chodi, man.
Oh, Jody.
Yeah, Jody, yeah.
Some gang usually call it.
It's a wafer? Is it a wafer?
Did you say a waffle?
Wafer.
Wafer, okay.
Yeah, wafer.
Waffle.
Potato.
Waffle, yeah, waffle.
What?
Yeah.
Wafer, yeah, it's a wafer.
Wafer, yeah.
You know the round thing that looks like a pole, and then
Yeah,
it's
and
like
then
two
we used to
things.
pretend to smoke the thing.
Pretend.
Yeah, pretend.
For sure.
Yeah, those are dangerous ambitions there.
Yeah.
But it was delicious. Yeah, we grew up with that. There's only two flavors I grew up with. Was like chocolate and strawberry.
Oh, now there's a vanilla one. There's chocolate, vanilla.
Oh yeah, there was a vanilla, and there's a banana one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a banana one's nice. Yeah. So okay, yeah, that's basically what most of us grew up with.
Yeah, but that was my favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
your
guys?
favorite. What about you?
For me, it's a bit different because I grew up in the States. So, like, terms of snacks, Doritos, Cheetos.
Well, we don't have Doritos, Cheetos. Doritos came around
Yeah, when we were having.
5-6 years ago, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Let's give it 10 years ago. Then Doritos.
In terms of snacks, as I said, I grew up in the States, and as a kid, you don't necessarily eat healthy there. So I would eat a bunch of different candies, like Airheads and Skittles, and
we know
lots
Skittles.
of sugar. Yeah, lots of sugar.
M&Ms.
Yeah.
M&Ms, yeah, for sure.
But that's the high. For us, that was the high end candy.
Yeah,
the high end.
Rich gang.
And then
Us
over-
grew up with mango skin, popo skin.
No, not at all.
Damn, Skittles.
I mean, sure, you have that. You have
Oreos.
You have that stuff at the grocery store, but I was never interested in that stuff. I would just always pick up the candies, you know?
So you shoplifted.
No, obviously, my mom paid for it.
Yeah. Sure. But I'm pretty sure they won't do anything because you're white.
Okay.
Then yeah. Have you ever been shot in the USA?
Have I ever been shot?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, I've been filmed
Straight
before,
into it.
if that's what you're referring to.
No, I'm bullets.
Oh, no, I can't say that I have, and I hope one day it doesn't come to that.
Have you ever experienced one like
Maybe
school?
in-
Or
A video game, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
video game.
Were you scared, like being in school, like knowing one day you might get shot?
Oh, we're going into school shooting. So,
Nobody
I
said
don't know.
anything
It
about
wasn't
school
a
shooting.
common
We're talking
thing.
about shooting.
Oh, okay. You said school, so I just assumed. Sorry. No, not really. I never really thought about stuff like that. But you're right. It could happen at any time. Anybody can have one. Could
Have
happen
you
at
ever
any
owned a
time.
gun?
No, I have not.
Ah,
Oh, such a good boy.
boring. Anyway, back to snacks. For me, like I grew up with like, you guys are probably like, because what I grew up with is basically the same thing. That's
Me
I
too.
mean, most of the things I grew up with
Oh,
are still here. Like the banana lollies, the lifesavers, the pink lifesavers.
yeah. No, I've never seen that.
Okay, back in our time,
Back in my day.
a cobweb of
Turn on the green
my
film.
dentures up. Back in my time, yeah, we used to have jawbreakers.
Jawbreakers?
Hmm.
Is that like a shark thing? Or
It's a candy,
No,
right?
it's like
It's a candy.
when we get bored, we just meet up and then punch each other's jaw.
oh,
No, it was
Okay.
like a round candy.
I don't know.
is it hard or something?
It's a really hard. It's a really hard candy,
Like how hard?
and you
Yeah.
can't crush it with your teeth. You have to put it in your mouth and let the saliva melt the thing. And
Oh,
the
and then-
center of it is like a bubble gum.
Oh,
When they say
like a
jawbreaker.
bonbon.
You probably heard of a jawbreaker.
I've had jawbreakers before.
They still do have it, but not packaged ones. I remember the ones I had before. They were really lovely. Man, that was one of my favorites. That I remember growing up with. I really can't name the brands of the snacks because
Yeah.
this is not like a sponsored show.
Gulab jamun? No.
I mean, we could name them. We just
Those are
won't get
traditional
anything
snacks.
out of
I'm sure everybody grew up with. I mean,
Gulab
everybody
jamun?
here grew up with gulab jamun or lakri mitai,
Baja.
Huh?
Baja?
Bajia.
Baja.
Bajia.
Bajia.
Bajia. Bajia. You don't know what that is?
it. So when you
Yeah,
guys two
food
were talking,
And refuse to know the name.
when you two were talking, that was totally foreign for me.
You're totally foreign for us.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like basically, yeah. I mean, there was like this. They were like these cinnamon flavored chewing gums. Like really, like small pack. Like you have juicy fruit, and then you have the PK, and there was this other. I forgot the brand. So it was like a cinnamon flavored chewing gum. It's like those were delicious.
What was the cinnamon thing you bought the other day?
What?
Oh, secondly, the cereal cinnamon.
Oh, I got Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Sort of popular cereal in the States. I gave it to Fafi. What did you think of that? This isn't sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, it's an American brand, right?
yeah.
Yeah. It was nice. It was nice.
Great way to give you
Our American
diabetes. What were you saying?
It's
like-
funny that he said like they don't eat healthy, but then Fiji is still like number 3 or something in diabetes.
NCDs.
Well, me in
No, I think
particular,
diabetes or
growing
something.
up.
No, because they have gyms, right? They actually have like a good culture of training, at least.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like the
Yeah,
thing.
eat all the junk food
Yeah,
and
we-
sugar when you're young, and then work it off when you're older.
Yeah, I was
Right.
saying just as
we
like-
just eat it and then that's it.
like the gang in the US, like the older they get, the more health conscious they are.
Yeah.
I was getting, the older they get, the more relaxed I was getting.
Yeah, that's it. The kids, they party, do whatever they want. I was getting
Yeah, man.
grog and whatever. But that's changing. I've seen that's been changing lately in this new generation. When I say new generation, I mean my generation. Like the older
Okay.
people.
So, the
like-
boomer generation, right?
No.
This is the Roman generation or something.
The Roman generation. Ancient Rome.
I'm a 90s baby, so yeah. So things are changing. Oh man.
Yeah.
Monkey's ball. I remember like
yeah.
But you-
it's,
yeah,
it's peaches, right?
it's dried peach. I don't know why somebody would call it monkey's ball. Like
Yeah.
I actually thought those were monkey.
It was called monkey's ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really thought it was monkey's ball until I got educated.
Did you?
Not
Did
really.
you love when you were eating it? When you didn't know the actual name, did you love eating it?
I used to pretend I was a monkey, so
What is happening?
because when I was a monkey's ball, you know.
What did you like? Okay, so ding dongs.
Oh, I didn't care for them.
Really?
I didn't care for them.
What do they taste like?
Like a ding.
Because there's two things.
Those are the
like-
chocolate ones, right?
Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
two things I've always wondered what they taste like. One's ding dongs, and the other one is
King Kong.
no, the Twixie.
What?
Tweet, what's that?
Rice Krispies?
No, Twinkies.
Oh, I don't care for those snacks in particular. They just never like did it for me. I think I've had them like once, and I was like, I'm not eating that again.
It was too
My-
cheap.
it's
for
not
you.
More
for
like
my
a
taste
savory
buds.
guy.
It was a
Yeah, not those type of processed snacks.
Processed. You're from the US, everything's processed.
Everything. That's why I say that it's
You
processed.
can't trust the process.
yeah.
What movies did you guys grow up watching?
Home Alone.
That's his time. That's a '90s movie.
That's
It was in the '90s.
early 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Home Alone's right. I mean, like, what did you guys grow up watching? Like, I'm talking about like that came out your.
Oh, I grew up watching Seven and American Psycho, and yeah, jokes.
As a kid.
I still stand by that.
Mine was, I
Jokes.
think, when I was young, Shark Boy and Lava Girl came out.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
Like,
I
that's
love
the
Shark
Spy
Boy and
Kids
Love Girl.
Studio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some good movies.
I remember watching that, and I was like, "What the hell?
Actually, I grew up.
Yeah,
I
because
used,
you were like matured at that time, you know.
Mature."
I
Yeah,
used to watch a lot. I grew up watching a lot of Tim Burton when I was little.
Nightmare
Like-
Before Christmas.
Yeah, I was fascinated with
Bride,
like almost all the Tim Burton movies.
like his style.
Yeah, like I like the gothic style.
Have you watched Edward Scissorhands?
No,
You haven't.
no.
And then you say you watched all.
No, when
Tim
I was
Burton
younger,
movies.
like the animated ones, and
Oh, okay.
I liked Beetlejuice too. I love that movie.
Because I grew up with like basically, if I say what I grew up with, you guys are familiar with what I grew up with because those are classics, right?
They're classics now, yeah.
Yeah, like Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park.
Oh, he hasn't seen
I haven't
Indiana
watched
Jones.
the Indiana Jones.
He hasn't watched. Okay, you haven't watched Star Wars, Indiana Jones,
Indiana
Harry
Jones,
Potter.
Harry Potter.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. There was another one. Oh yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, you haven't watched Star
Yeah, I
Wars.
finished.
But you
Lord of-
watched Lord of the Rings, right?
Lord of the Rings and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
What else? What else was I supposed to watch?
But it blows my mind. I've never met someone that hasn't seen Harry Potter, Star Wars, Back to the
But then
Future.
you know what? It's alright. It's fine. You don't really have to. It's like, oh my god, you haven't watched The Godfather? Yeah, I haven't watched The Godfather. It's
Yeah,
like-
I haven't
watched
watched
The
that.
Godfather, by the way. But like, it's okay if you haven't watched The Godfather.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
okay. It's just like a little, I don't know, for me, because I'm such like a movie buff, it's just surprising because,
Sometimes people are
Yeah.
so into something that when somebody doesn't know that particular thing, it's something that that person has to know. It's like,
oh
You
yeah,
don't know
I don't
this?
mean it that way. I just mean like,
no, I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
basic. It's like,
I'm just surprised. Yeah.
how can you not know? I don't know.
It is like, those are like really old movies too, so I totally understand that.
I mean, those are classics.
Classics now, so I understand. Yeah. They don't
Time
have,
and again, it does, kind of, it does tick me off when some people are totally oblivious to what that is. Like, it's okay if you haven't watched it, but you know what it is.
Mhm.
And some people are like,
Yeah, like some of I think Harry Potter and stuff. I only know like these things I watch on the reels, and that's how I got to know like. Harry
so
Potter.
you've seen snippets, but just
Yeah,
not,
yeah, not
like,
the whole
watch
movie.
the movie itself. Okay.
some gang actually watch the snippets, and that's the movie for them. Eh?
Yeah, for me it is like that. Like
That's weird.
I've watched the movie,
Like, it's-
maybe.
Go watch the movie, bro.
Watch the movie. Some people actually watch the recaps on YouTube. That's it. That's like
No, I don't. I can't do that. I have to watch the movie. I don't want to watch some guy who's talking about the movie, you know? It's better if you experience it yourself.
Right.
right, like a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
Did you guys grow up watching Final Destination?
I didn't grow up watching it. I got into it recently as, I'm older.
Okay, so you weren't allowed to watch that.
I weren't allowed.
Okay.
When I said I watched movies like Seven, American Psycho growing up, I wasn't allowed to watch it, but I had no idea what Final Destination was. I didn't discover it till recently.
But things like back then were different. Like how it is. Obviously I'm like stating the obvious. But like what I'm saying is like watching those movies back in the day were different from like how you guys are watching it now, right? Now you have like the internet, you have a lot of things, you consuming a lot of content.
Yeah.
So like horror movies, like per se horror movies,
Yeah.
So when you watch a horror movie, you're like very critical, you know, like because you spoiled with certain options and genres. Like in our time, when a horror movie came out, it scared us because like that was it. You saw it in the TV, you saw it in VHS, and that's it. That's the content. You didn't have to go and Google about who scream. What
Yeah,
was
I-
Ghostface? Why is Ghostface, and da 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 da? Like you, the mystery was there. Is what I'm saying. The mystery of certain characters, the mystery of like the creature, the mystery of this demon. It's there, and then you didn't have answers. You know.
Before the internet, right?
Yeah. Now you can just search for answers. Like, okay, I want to know more. I want to know more.
And-
But
and
back
al-
then, like, it was your imagination that like scared you even more. You know.
Yeah.
Like when I watched Jeepers Creepers for the first time, I was like scared. Like, whoa, I better be careful driving. You know, going to the west or like taking a road trip. And then like I was like, what is that thing? Why
I
is
bet
it?
you guys get nervous when you drive behind a truck filled with logs, right?
Oh yeah, I do. Final Destination 2 is like.
All 90s kids get nervous when they, you know.
I wonder if
I think one of the contributing factors to that, because like
contributing factors to
yeah,
that is the
like
politics is
like
the-
when you
Vocabulary
when you watch it
words.
again, because you're like a video like content creator now, and then you know how to make those tricks and stuff.
Oh,
I
right.
feel like yeah, it does
Like you
ruin
know
the-
how.
Camera's blinking.
But it's recording.
Oh, it's facing again.
Yeah.
Reset.
That was not Dino outside.
That was just a random.
Okay.
Okay, that's the cut.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
We're talking.
So I think one of the contributing factors were the
Big vocabulary.
that you were like we're all like content creators, right? And then we know like the tips and tricks that they did to fool us, you know, like the magic that.
Oh,
they-
how did they do that? Now, like, yeah, that's how they did it. But here's the thing. Like I know, like watching movies right now kind of spoils it for me because I like figure out okay how they did. Oh, green screen CGI, rah, rah, rah. But like,
Yeah, like we can tell, you know, like
but gang in our field have no excuse in our work. Like if you've watched Jurassic Park that came out in 1992 and CGI wasn't
1993.
wasn't
1993.
Yep.
You sure about that?
It came out the same year as Schindler's List.
What?
1993.
All right, white guy knows. So when it came out, visual effects wasn't up to par. It was like basically stop motion. The movements, like how they nail the movements, even simple things as like compositing what to call it, a base plate, right? Like the dinosaurs running in the field.
yeah.
There's a scene where the dinosaurs are running in the field and it's like all properly tracked. Apart from that, the movement of the dinosaurs itself, like it was gonna be like a puppeted
Oh,
kind of movement, you know?
But they went with animatronics, right?
They were gonna go with animatronics and then the CGI version. If you're gonna see it, because when the dinosaurs are up close, it's animatronics, but when it's far away, they have to use CGI. But then the CGI was all
wasn't all
puppeted,
up to
yeah.
par back.
But
Right.
then the director himself, he didn't like it. You know, like obviously it looks clacky.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to bring these dinosaurs to life, but then you obviously know it's CGI. It's like
Still
watching,
dead.
yeah, like
But I feel like people back then were like, man, I can't believe Spielberg used like real life dinosaurs, right?
it's probably shocked. Yeah, that movie kind of like blew everyone away, you know? Because when that movie came out, it was like, oh man, I'm seeing a dinosaur on screen, and those like it looks real. Like when I watched it, and by the time I watched it, obviously I was like 5-6 years old. I was like 7 years or 8 years after the movie was actually released. Like if you watch it to this day, Jurassic World doesn't come close to Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park is peak. The Jurassic
Peak
Park
CGI,
movies.
like-
yeah, peak.
How did they do that at that time when computers, like our computers we have are fast, you know? Like the
Right.
state of the art technology now, but back then they didn't have that. They pioneered it. So I'm just saying, like,
It was like
As-
revolutionary
yeah,
at that
so
time.
if they did it at that time, we with everything else here that we spoil for don't have an excuse, you know? Like the
Right,
cameras
right.
we have, the resources we have, we don't really have an excuse.
Makes sense.
Makes sense?
What's the next commenting?
The songs.
Songs your parents grew up with.
Yeah, well, ask my parents.
Your
Duh, why
parents,
you asking
yeah.
us?
Or like,
Hey
parents
mom,
played-
what songs did you grow up with? Oh, Whitney Houston. Oh, okay.
Oh.
apart from the Bollywood song, my parents would, you know, we would usually play because like we had a record of like the Bee Gees and a couple of 80s songs that I don't remember because I didn't really care about that at that time. But yeah, my parents usually like they were into the 80s disco usually.
I love the 80s music.
Yeah?
Like sometimes I just wish I was.
Oh, Boney M.
Yeah, I love 80s music. So I feel like my parents, grew up with like the classics. Like
For some reason, my parents used to listen to a lot of Cher.
Cher.
Yeah, Cher.
I don't know how to
Cher.
pronounce his name.
What's
For
the real
sure.
pronunciation? Out there?
Cher.
Share.
I've been saying Cher. I don't know.
Cher,
I might say chair. I don't know.
Okay.
Cher. Cher.
Sit on it. Wait.
But yeah, I was gonna say, referring to the question, like songs our parents grew up with, I guess I would say like the classics, like Michael Jackson and stuff like that.
I'm sure every generation is. I mean, if there is a generation that hasn't listened to Michael Jackson, that's totally.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I even feel like for Gen Z, like us, like we even know who Michael Jackson is. You know?
Well, for me, my parents, they listen to Bill Gaither.
Who?
Bill Gaither.
Yeah, I'm not that old.
I'm not familiar with that work.
What? Yeah, Bill Gaither, the gospel thing.
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, because my parents are like gospel, and if they listen to like vernacular thing, like the Fijian songs,
Mhm.
it'll be like classic singing dringy stuff to play on the grog thing.
Grog sessions.
Yeah, grog session.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's gospel or singing dringy.
I kind of wonder, like, it's amazing how like music,
Yeah.
like the medium that you used to play it in. Like, for example, like let's begin with record players. How the hell, like does those bumps and holes, like
Make up the sound.
make up sound, and it's music. Like I know it's like it could make that sound, but it makes actual music. Like
It's really fascinating.
It is
if you think about it.
Amazing.
that, and the cassette tapes, the magnetized cassette tapes. How
Yeah.
do you translate that into actual frequency and like it makes a musical sound?
I kind of wish I had
Cassette
the
tape?
cassette tape players that they had in the 80s.
You don't have it?
Wait,
I don't have
but you
one.
have
I have
seen one? Have you seen one?
In the movies.
It's like
And TV
dinosaurs,
shows.
Have you seen one?
Yeah. I want one, but I just don't know. Like, if I look at like a site
Yeah, for me,
online, they'll be like, oh, it's Bluetooth, whatever. I'm just like, I don't want that. I want like an old fashioned like cassette player, you know?
Would be good. We have a lot of cassettes, but yeah, it's something to play it in, and
Yeah.
then actually hear the sound. Because apparently those mediums, record players, cassette tapes are really good. The quality of music and the quality of sound is really good.
Cassette?
Yeah. 'Cause
Really?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't listened to like the state of the art like player thing, but I have seen like cassette. We had a car that played cassette tape.
You had a car that played cassette. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still have one of those?
Not
Any of those?
really. I think because we had a old Hilux,
Ah, yeah.
like a
Oh, those is
'99
like-
model Hilux.
I wonder
And-
well, it's been a long time since I've heard a song played in a cassette. I've heard a record player recently, but a cassette, those like takes you back, man. Like the Walkman era.
Oh,
The Walkman, yeah. That's what I was
I had a
talking about.
Walkman too.
It's funny, nobody ever talks about CDs, We always talk about the record
I
players.
think
and
because
the cassettes.
I
cassettes
sort of
and
grew
stuff.
up with CDs too when I was younger too. So I feel like for me, I'm just like, oh, CDs, they're like, eh.
Yeah, but I think the only time like no, yeah, because CDs are a thing right now. Because like when I grew up playing video games,
Then you
yeah, because
First
they
of
still
all,
are,
CDs.
because they still are a thing, like
Yeah,
PlayStation, right?
PlayStation, right?
PlayStation,
Yeah.
yeah.
But not in the music.
Oh, by the way, that was also one of the other suggestions from the comment.
Oh,
What video games did you guys grow up with?
Back in the Olympics, when we used to fight.
Oh, you grew up with the first
50 years
Pac-Man and
ago or
Donkey
something?
Kong, right? Right, Manu?
Not the first one. Probably like the second, third.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
You had an Atari.
66.
No. My first video game set was Jetstar something. It was I can't remember.
The
Starfish?
Fox one? The Star Fox? That
I
one?
think so.
Yeah, I think I know. I think that's one of those
And that's
Nintendo
the ones
games.
that have like the the gun. It came with a gun set,
Right.
and like, the cartridge that had the 31, 81 games in one.
Oh yeah, Mario and
Yeah.
those.
And then you have like Duck Hunt, Wild Gunman. I was like, man, good days.
What
that was 50 years ago, guys.
what video games did you grow up with, Fafi?
For me, yeah, I think the cartridge thing too. No.
You
Uh,
played a
no,
cartridge game.
Yeah, Mario and the duck game, but the main one that I played with was like a Game Boy. Like
Oh my gosh, I remember the Game Boy.
I remember that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think it was like in 2002, right, when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Something
one,
like
I had
that.
one Game Boy thing, and then
Oh my
I think it
gosh.
was like one of those karate. I don't remember the name. Tekken or something? No.
Huh?
No. Tekken just came out.
Tekken was a
No,
PlayStation
it was a karate thing,
yeah,
right? Kung Fu
PlayStation.
thing.
Huh?
Street Fighter?
Street Fight.
Mortal Kombat.
No, it's Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah, Street Fighter.
Finish him.
Yeah.
No, me, I also feel the same way. I grew up with Mario at the Nintendo games, and I just played a lot of sports games.
I remember having this other game, something 3000, because that's how like games are used to, how they were named.
Try to be
Ninja
futuristic.
Fiat 3000, the Starbuster 2000.
Yeah.
I made it sound awesome.
User 507.
I used to play this Aladdin game.
Sorry, what was that?
Aladdin.
Aladdin?
Yeah.
Like a movie game?
It was I wouldn't say 8-bit. I would say 10-bit game.
Okay.
It wasn't really that pixelated, but it was enough to like. That was a fun game to play too, but it was really stressful. Like I remember, like I was playing the first time I played that. That was the first game I ever played staying up late.
What?
Like I played till the next morning. That was the very first game.
Wow.
Addiction.
But nothing can beat PlayStation, man.
Yeah.
I tell you.
PlayStation 2.
So what was your first
Actually,
console then?
PlayStation or
No, I mean first video game console in general.
I can't remember the actual name, but it was like
Oh.
something Star Jellyfish 2500.
Oh my gosh. What? I never heard of that.
It's weird, weird names. But yeah, I remember. Like for me, I will always
You,
remember
man.
PlayStation 2. My brother was the first in the family to own a PlayStation, which was the PS1, and I was the
Right.
first in the family to own a PS2, and that was like that. I can't like explain the feeling. I'm pretty sure everybody has their favorite consoles: PS3, PS4, PS5,
Mhm.
but like nothing compares to PS2. Like for some reason, I don't know. I can't explain it.
It's probably the
made
nostalgia
OG
for you, right?
games there.
The nostalgia, but then it was a different experience of gaming, because you had the polygons in like the PS1s, but then in PS2 it was the graphics was a bit more smoother, but it gave a sense of realism. Like
Yeah.
World Rally Championship, the game, the racing game. If you
Right.
played in PS2, it's still like it was still real. Like it I can still like remember it. Like it looks so smooth and real.
Such good memories.
Such good memories.
Back
This
to a
guy.
simpler time. Now
And I
video
had the
games are...
thicker console.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine was, I don't know, I just had like the Wii.
Me?
Yeah, that was probably, I had the Nintendo Wii before I made the switch to PlayStation.
Right.
Do you guys play games often?
Yes,
Now, I mean?
a lot.
Now,
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Now
Call of
everybody plays
Duty,
games on
Call
their
of Duty,
phone, like-
and PUBG.
Hmm?
Call of Duty and PUBG. Yeah.
You know what?
Mobile games.
It's convenient to have games on your phone. Like, I know these smartphones are powerful enough to play games.
Yeah, I'd
But
rather play
nothing-
on the phone than.
No. For me, like, nothing beats the console.
Yeah,
The experience of playing on a console is way different. Like, this one here, you're just tapping screens, but, like, the console is
Yeah, it's a different feel. to
yeah,
it.
it's a different feel to it. And plus the graphics, it's like a bigger screen and you're immersed in it.
Hmm.
Good times.
plus don't worry,
Yeah,
I have to worry about the game draining your battery on your phone.
Yeah, but electricity is going.
What?
Electricity.
What? You're gonna charge your phone too?
Okay.
So what? Did you ever own an Xbox?
I owned the latest Xbox. I think it was like the Xbox.
Was Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox Series S. I think that's the latest one I had.
Okay, so
Before I
which one
moved
do you
here,
like
yeah.
better?
360.
No, which one
Oh,
do
you
like
mean
better?
all the I like PlayStation.
I mean, yeah, PlayStation has the most longevity, right? There was Xbox. There was like Wii still there, but then
No, it's not Wii anymore. It's Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
The Wii is like so outdated now. I don't think.
yeah,
you
see, it
could-
was like the consistency in changing names and all that rebranding. But PlayStation has been consistent, and the memories are there. You know, like it's
Also, they just go in order, right? PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Xbox, it's like, okay, it was just called Xbox.
By the way,
360.
the PS4 is outdated. You know,
What was that?
the
PS4.
PS4 is
Oh.
officially obsolete.
Yeah, it's the old gen now.
So what? The PS6 is gonna come out.
At some point.
Hmm.
When the PS6
PS2?
comes out, I'll go get the PS5.
PS2. Wait, you know what? I'm trying to look for PS2. Just for
Yeah, I'd
nostalgia's
rather
sake.
play on a PS2 than.
I don't know. That's something fun about a PS2, like because like the experience you have in the PlayStation 4 or 5, it's real and all. You know, the feeling, the thing, but like there's a sense of balance between realism and cartoonish.
Yeah.
things in
So I
PS2.
kind of feel
Makes you
that
feel like you're in the game or something.
Yeah.
I kind of feel I have a different opinion on this. Like I used to play my uncle had a PlayStation 2 and I did not like gaming on the PlayStation 2. I
Why?
think maybe
Why?
because I'm so used to like the newer graphics we have and like
Oh.
in terms of like the sports games and stuff. When I tried playing on the PlayStation 2, I was just like,
Wait, when was this?
oh, I don't know. I
Is
was
it
like
like
12 or
age thing
13.
something now?
And then, but you've like before playing on PlayStation 2, you played on a PS3 or something.
Yeah, I had like I had like my PlayStation 4 at this time.
Yeah, well, obviously, because you're gonna come from there and there, it's gonna be different. But then,
Yeah.
like, if PS2 was like the first thing you ever laid eyes on, it's
Okay, I understand what you mean now. Yeah.
Mm. Well, that's all for today, folks.
Talked a lot about video games, songs,
Yeah.
movies.
Just from a comment. Thank you for the comment.
Thank you for the comment. You supported this whole episode.
And that was it for today, folks. I really appreciate the comment that was brought our way. We will definitely try and
Look for topics.
look
this
for
time.
topics. If you have anything, please message the comments. We will acknowledge them and we will take them into account.
Yeah.
Please do like and subscribe. Let us know what you think about this episode. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Have fun.
Share it to yourself.
we got a lot of fun stuff coming on our
you?
channels and socials.
Do we?
Yes,
Oh, who said?
Who knows?
I say. I quote now.
Anyway,
knows,
this was
bro?
Magic Factory Uncensored.
Uncensored.
Just usually sit down, talk about things, and just get to know each other.
Yeah. Basically,
Even though we can't see you.
Even
But-
though we can't see you.
not talking to ourselves. Right?
Did someone say magic?
Okay,
All
that's
right, we're done.